Thank you and welcome into this video. I would like to take you through how you can differentiate an eTIMS compliant invoice from the one which is non-eTIMS compliant. So here I have two invoices, one originating from purchase of a stock item and another one is originating from purchase of a service. But through these invoices may seem to be similar, but there is key differences between these invoice and the second one originating from a purchase of a service which is an air ticket is quite different with the one which involved the purchase of stock item. And the way where you can be able to differentiate if an invoice is eating compliance is or not is the information or the data which is displayed in that invoice. For instance, this invoice I can notice is eating compliant because of one essential element which I need you to be always keen when looking into invoice. And this element is the PIN number of the supplier. So I am assuming you are a customer who is purchasing some item from a supplier where you require that the supplier invoice you so that you can make the payment, and you want to capitalize this payment when filing your return. So because now we have the validation of the input side of the expense side, so you want to claim these expenses. And because in this scenario, in case you are given an eTIMS compliant invoice, you will not be able to leverage on these expenses. So this is what I'm saying. In case you want to differentiate the key difference between an eTIMS compliant invoice and the one which is non-compliant, you notice that the non-compliant one doesn't have the KRA pin of the supplier. So the supplier or the person who is selling this service is trying to hide their KRA pin. So that is usually done in most scenarios, and you notice even this period when we are being told to give eTIMS compliant invoice, a lot of suppliers will end up giving you an invoice and it will not be having the KRA pin. You'll be thinking that you have been given an eTIMS compliant invoice because you can see this invoice was containing the QR code. It may contain the name of the company. It also may be containing the invoice number or a number, because invoice number is just a sequential number which are usually used to number different invoices. But you notice that the key element in this invoice is the PIN of the supplier, because when you have that PIN, you can be able to do the manual upload of this invoice. As you know, in these sheets here, you can easily be able to do the manual upload here. Even if it was not fiscalized in real time, you can be able to come and claim this expense at a section 31 here. But in this scenario, because this invoice is not eTIMS compliant, and what I've said, what we usually use to identify is just this KRA pin. If the pin number of the supplier appear in your invoice, know you are safe. Then, even if the pin number is there, you must also, in case you are dealing with a sensitive invoice, you need to get below here. Here we usually have something we usually call the CU number or the control unit number ID. So this is the number which you can come, take that number and come and confirm and check it in the invoice checker at this area. There is something where we usually come here and check the control unit of the invoice. Come here, click here, then come and populate the control unit invoice number of the invoice here, validate and see if this invoice was fiscalized via eTIMS. So these are some of the simple tips which you need to already have in your mind. Also, you need to, in most scenario, to get into your iTax portal, filter the cell, and check if the data of that invoice has already auto-populated in your site, in case it is involving real-time fiscalization of data via eTIMS. But this is the key difference, which I don't want to explain a lot of things, but in every invoice which you get, the first thing, confirm the name of the supplier is there, the PIN number of the supplier. In case the supplier tells you that the invoice was fiscalized in real time, check your PIN number or the customer PIN, you as a customer, is there. Also check the invoice description, the pieces which you have purchased, the unit price and the total amount, and then go ahead, get into your portal, confirm under the home page, under the purchases, and see if the invoice are populated. But in case you have an invoice, for instance, huicha, so I wanted to display here. So in this scenario, let me just explain using this. You experience to have an invoice where the your KRA pin does not appear in this invoice, or is written not applicable, or you didn't give your invoice to the you didn't give your KRA pin to the supplier. You notice that the data from the invoice will not have a real-time fiscalization of data. So you need to do the manual upload as we do with the CSV file, and upload the data manually into the portal. So it is very simple. You just need to get into the iTax portal, download the CSV document, come and populate this document here. So that document usually look like this. So hopefully I'll be able to capture one because I have multiple one here. Have a multiple of them. Maybe under my download I cannot track one here. That I demonstrate to you. So, but in case you want a detailed guide, you can reach me using the contact in the description so that we can do it together. So you can come here. I want to remove this. I want to show you maybe a plain one here. Just a minute. Just want to come and pick one here. So let me give it time to stabilize. So you just need to go and download that CSV document and come and populate the data of your invoice there. So I didn't want to. You need to stop filtering. So it's because I'm filtering here. So I can come here and maybe we open one CSV here, which I have here. So in case you notice you have an invoice where you didn't share your KRA pin with the supplier, you need to come and do the manual upload. Come and fill all the invoices which you have here and upload them in the iTax portal. So you can be doing it in monthly basis so that you don't have backlog of work where you are supposed to enter the supplier's pin, which I said is a key element. You also need to enter the supplier's name, the invoice number, the invoice date, the supplier description, and the amount. So in case you have multiple invoices, you can fill them here, but I usually recommend them doing batch per batch so that you can be able to trace back where the error is coming from, and then upload them into the iTax portal, and you'll be good. At the end of the year, you'll be having expenses which were validated via eTIMS, and the other ones which you had done manual upload of non-TIMS/TIMS expenses, and you'll be good to go. So thank you for watching. In case you have any query regarding eTIMS, taxation, that is income tax, VAT, TOT, you can reach me using the contact in the description so that we have conversation and have clarity about this. So thank you for watching, and have a nice day ahead.